What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market as of right now. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with some data points that could really prompt a larger kind of squeeze. And as I've explained in the past, as the market does move higher, a lot of entities that are shorting multiple stocks, they try to mitigate risk. So what they would do is kind of go towards the most heavily shorted stocks and again, cut some of their losses in some cases. So this is why it's relevant. So starting off on Tuesday, you have job openings, 7.8 mil the forecast. In the past, that's caused a lot of volatility, and especially based on what Powell said as well, how even the labor market data is more important than even GDP at this stage. And then speaking of GDP is coming out on Wednesday, followed by PCE on Thursday. So PCE is often enough used for inflation by the feds rather than CPI. So that's definitely a very big one. Then on Friday, non-farm payroll, unemployment, and manufacturing. Each and every one of these data points has the ability to really propel the market higher. And if this wasn't good enough, you also have a lot of kick-ass companies unveiling their earnings. So you have SOFI, PayPal, Amazon, Apple, everything, with exception of Nvidia and a couple others. But yeah, this week is going to be a very big week and could really kickstart a huge market run. So starting off nonetheless with stock number 5, you have RILY Financial, tickers RILY. Over the last 1 year, it is down 83.58. In 2024, it is down 71.84. In case you don't know what they do, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do because it is a very popular retail-driven stock, this is the company profile, so feel free to pause it and read through it, but we are here because of this. So 62.74% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 9.97 million shares. Friday, shorts did return 522,000 shares. Cost to borrow average is 102.49, and then utilization 77.36. Through IBKR does indicate around 5,000 shares is available, so somewhat limited supply. So you might have some entities buying this stock just for the purposes of lending out. So something to kind of consider. Moving on to stock number 4. So that is ticker EDBL. On Friday, went up slightly, 0.51. Over the last 1 year, though, it is down 97.96. And in 2024, down 97.86. This is what they do right here. So 120 employees based out of the US. But once again, very heavily shorted. So 69.76% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 3.83 million shares. And there's a lot of information up here that I don't necessarily go over, but shares on loan is 2.87 million, number of shares being shorted 3.83. So a very clear indication of naked shorting. So once again, kind of add this one to your watch list just based on that point alone, but cost to borrow average is 91.34. Friday shorts increased around 112,000 shares, and through IBKR does indicate around 95,000 shares is available to be shorted. So this is how you see it going down to like 100 shares and then jumping up to 150. That's because entities buy for the purposes of lending out shares. Moving on to stock number 3, tickers PIXY, did go down 14.3% on Friday. Over the last 1 year, down 94.12, and in 2024, down 92.03%. This is what they do right here. So 32 employees, founded in 2015, but once again, very heavily shorted. 77.13% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 113.03 thousand shares. On Friday, shorts returned around 9,000 shares. Cost to borrow average is 1,000%. So that is a annual rate, so it's not a daily rate. So once again, kind of just keep that into consideration. Utilization is 93.98, and then through IBKR does indicate around 1,000 shares is available to be shorted. So even though cost to borrow is crazy high, it's somewhat limited. So once again, kind of somewhat overextended. Shorts are overextended in a lot of these cases, so do your own due diligence though. Moving on to stock number 4, so that is 1847 Holdings LLC, tickers EFSH, did go down 45.13% on Friday. So not the best, but over the last 1 year, it is down 95.89, and in 2024, down 92.77. This is what they do, and a little bit more of a longer explanation. Founded in or from New York, based in New York, 251 employees, founded in 48. But once again, this is why we are here, because of this. So 87.07% of the free float is being shorted. It is on the threshold list. 578.28 thousand shares overall are being shorted. So that is higher than the shares on loan as well. And then aside from that, 396.32% of the free float is being shorted. Utilization 95.57, short score. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. 81.31, and then through IBKR does indicate around 500 shares is available. So this one is definitely something to add to your watch list just based on that, and it is on the threshold list on a side note. And quickly going over here just to kind of look at it, get rid of all this stuff. So it looks like it has been on the threshold list starting on October the 15th. So in theory, any stock on that threshold list for 13 consecutive trading days, the SEC should be getting kind of the market makers to rectify the deficiency. So it's not at that 13-day mark yet, but that should be coming this upcoming week. So once again, something to just be aware of. And finally, stock number one is this, ticker's XPON, did go up 21.88% on Friday. Over the last 1 year though, down 99.05%. And in 2024, down 99.2%. This is what they do. So electrical components and equipment, 23 employees, founded in 2016. But based on Ortex, it does indicate 104.48% of the free float is being shorted. So very similar to that GameStop scenario when in excess of 100% of the free float was being shorted. And that's what prompted a mother of all short squeeze kind of scenarios. Or I guess some people might disagree with me on that and just regular. But anyways, it is on the threshold list. Just to bring this to your attention, once again, there is more shares being shorted than on loan. On Friday, shorts did increase 88,000 shares. Cost to borrow average is 347.73%. So very high stuff for that. Utilization 65.12, and then through IBKR does indicate around 700 shares is available to be shorted. So let me know your thoughts on these top 5. Do you currently own them? Or is there any other stocks that you feel is a squeeze play for this upcoming week? One thing that maybe just want to draw your attention, not going to dive deep into it, but under this channel, Trending Stocks, I do cover SOFI, and that one has their earnings and it is heavily shorted. Shorts have been really doubling down. So yeah, it should make for a fun one as well, but obviously it's not to the same aspect as these stocks with 60+% of the free flow. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. 2 things though, take advantage of this promo because it gives you 8 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. And then over and above that, I did launch memberships for this YouTube channel. So if you like the content, definitely you can join as a member, or if you just want buy signals on stocks and options, there's a tier for that as well. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.